Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this project, we're gonna build AI-based YouTube video idea generator. So this project combines the real-time trends with the power of GPT-4 to help you come up with fresh, engaging video ideas. So here what it does. First, it fetches the trending keywords directly from the Google Trends. So we use SERP API here. So next we're gonna pull the top YouTube videos for the given topic, like the topic it could be a generative AI or data science or it could be machine learning. So then we're going to use the GPT-4 to generate a top 5 video ideas for the chosen subject, audience, and the region. So we're going to use the FastAPI for the backend and we're going to use the Streamlit for the UI. So let's start building. Hello everyone, welcome back. So let's start with the first step. Okay, let's go and create an empty folder for this project. I'll go to my downloads and here let me just create a new folder. I'll just name this folder as Euron AI based YouTube video idea generator. All right, so let me just open this and right now it's empty. Okay, it's blank empty. So first let me just open this inside the VS Code. I'll just copy this path and so to build this project I'll be using a Conda environment. Always prefer an environments, okay, whenever you're working with the projects, because so if you try to install all the dependencies in the base environment, I mean in the local machine, so tomorrow if you want to build some new project, you'll try to give a lot of dependencies issues. Okay, so make sure you create an environment. To create an environment, you have the various ways. You can use the Anaconda to create an environment, or if you are familiar with the venv package, okay, you can use that, but make sure you use the environments. So if you want to follow along, I'm using a Conda environment here. So if you don't have Conda, you can just go to the Chrome and type Anaconda Navigator and try to install it. Okay, and once the installation is done, so you can just type here Anaconda. As soon as you type Anaconda, once the installation process is done, you can find something called Anaconda prompt. If this is showing up, it means that Anaconda has been installed in your system. All right, so right now it's base. Let me just get into this path, cd into this, and I'll do code dot. So this will open the VS Code, and so right now it's completely blank, a folder over here. Okay, so the first step is to create a environment. Okay, so let's create an environment. So let's start. Let me just. So I'll go to here terminal, new terminal, and here let me open the command prompt. Okay, so right now I'm in the base environment. So to create environment, I'll type here conda create hyphen name and the name of the environment. So I'll just give as Euron YouTube idea generator with Python equals to 3.10 hyphen y and do enter. So in this environment I'm using the Python 3.10. So make sure you install the same version. Okay, enter. Okay, so this got created. Now the next step is to activate this environment and try to install all the dependencies. So let me just do that. So to activate environment, so we type conda activate and the environment name. So the environment name is Euron YouTube idea generator. Enter. All right, so we have just activated this environment. Now the next step is let's try to install all the dependencies. Okay, so for that let me just create a folder. So I'll just name this folder as backend. Okay, backend, and inside the backend, so let me just navigate into that. So cd into backend, and inside the backend let me create a new file. I'll just name this file as requirements.txt. So I'll just call this as requirements. requirements dot txt. All right, so I have all the requirements. Let me just copy and paste that. So this is my the list of requirements, okay, and even I have given the proper versions. So this is the versions which is basically required for this project to build. So now let me just execute this. To run this a file, so we need to type pip install -r requirements dot txt and do enter. requirements dot txt. dir. I can find requirements. Is it requirement spelling correct? requirements dot txt. Yes, that's correct. So pip install -r requirements requirements dot txt. Even this is correct. Okay, why it's not executed? Okay, if I just show here pip show. Okay, pip list. Okay, so this is there, so it's not installing. Pip install. Just a second, let me just check. It's not running. Okay, maybe I'm in Conda environment, so it's not running. Okay, instead of that, let's try to install all those using the manual pip install. Okay, so I want all these packages. So before that, let me just delete it. Okay, so I'll just. Okay, it's not saved. Okay, let me do Control S. I have saved it. Now let me just run this. Let's see. Yeah, so make sure you save it. Okay, yeah, this is working fine. All right. So let's wait. It's installing. Yeah, so it got installed. So the next step is let's go and create a very important file. So once all the requirements is done, so okay, let me just create a one more file called .env to store all our important API keys. The first key which we'll be storing is Open API key. So Open AI API key. So which is basically help us to generate the ideas key, and I'll be storing here. So next we'll have the YouTube key to find the top videos, okay, trending videos. So YouTube API key, and the next we have the SERP API key. So this key is basically is used to find the trending topics or the keywords within the given topic. Okay, so whatever the topic we're gonna search it. Okay, so based on that topic, okay, so in the Google Trends, okay, we'll try to fetch the trending topics. Okay, to fetch those things, okay, we'll be using the SERP API. So make sure just provide the correct name. So SER API key. Okay, so we need to provide all those things. So first let's start with the SERP API. Let me just go and create SERP API account. So you can just search here SERP API. And click on register over here because I'm just doing it for the first time. So sign up with the Google. So you can just create your own account and try to copy the SERP API key. Okay, so don't use my API keys. You can just create. It's very simple. Okay, it comes with 100 searches per month, and right now we're gonna do with the free plan. So here, let me just click on subscribe, and you'll get a verification link. I'm just verifying that. All right, so I've just verified it. Let me just refresh. I'm verifying it from the phone. So you'll get a mail. Okay, so make sure you verify it. Okay. Okay, so here I need to verify the phone. Okay, so let me enter the phone. I need to enter the phone number. I'm just doing that. Yeah. So just enter the phone number and try to verify it. Okay. So it has been verified. So now let me click on subscribe. Yeah, it got subscribed. So what I'll do is I'll just do sign out and sign in once again. So here I'll go sign in once again. So sign in with the Google. You can see, so right now I have the 100 searches. Okay, so this is my plan currently. So for this project I think this is enough. Fine. Okay, so if you just go to your API key, so this is my API key. So let me just copy this key and store it somewhere. So I'll just store directly in my project. I'll go here, and this is my SERP API key. I'll do Control S. Okay. All right. So now the next step is let's to get this YouTube API key. For that you need to have an account inside the GCP. Okay. So this is my GCP account. Let me just get into here. Okay. So first step is to create a new project. Let me just go to the project section and click on create a new project. So here you need to give the project name. Let me enter the project name as Euron YouTube video idea generator. All right, and let me click on create. I'll just tell here YouTube idea generator and click on create. So right now it's creating a project. Let's wait. Yeah, it got created. So now you can just switch back to the project. This is my Euron YouTube idea generator. All right. So once you're done this step, okay, so the next step is to enable the YouTube data API. Okay. So to do that, you need to get into this API and services. And so inside this, you can just go to the search and look for YouTube data API. YouTube data API. Okay. So just get into that and make sure you just enable this. Okay. Click on enable. So first step is to create a project and the second step is to enable that. Okay, so once this is done, so you can just get into the credentials. Make sure you're inside the same project. Okay, so right now I don't have any credentials here. Let me click on create credentials and I want to create a credentials for the API key. So it will create a API key. So now let's copy that API key over here. So let me just click on copy and paste it in my project. Okay, so next for the open API key, already have a key. Let me just copy and paste that information. Okay, so now I'm pasting the dot open API key. So this is my open API key. Okay, so all right. So let me just save this. I have saved this .env. So inside this we have kept the YouTube API key, the SERP API, and the open API key. Okay, so once this step is done, so now let me just go and create the scripts. Okay, so that we help us to do this scraping, right? All right. All right, so now the next step, let's get into the project structure. So right now we have just a backend, and within the backend we have the .env and the requirements.txt. So now let's try to add scripts which help us to create video ideas, right? So using the various scripts. So let's try to add a first script. So let me just create a script called main.py. Okay, so let me just create a script called so main.py. And so next we're gonna add one more script. I'll just name this script as google trends google trends google trends dot py. Okay, and we'll have one more file. I'll just name this file as youtube trends youtube trends.py. Okay, so we're not only just generating the video ideas, but along with that, so even we are seeing what are the top popular, what is the top or popular videos under that particular topic, as well as we're gonna pull the necessary keywords. Okay, so from the google trends also. Okay, so along with the video ideas, we are pulling this information as well. Okay, so we have just created a multiple scripts here. So one is the main.py. So next we have the google trends. Okay, so which is we'll write all the code with respect to the google trends, which help us to get the data using the SERP API, and to fetch the top or popular trending videos. Okay, we're going to add that inside the youtube trends. And apart from that, let's try to add one more file. I'll just call this as app.py. So even we're going to add the ui also, like streamlit app, so that will be present inside the app.py. Okay, so let me add this app.py inside the backend. So right now I have only one folder called backend, and I have uploaded all the necessary I mean, like, we have created all the necessary scripts over here. Okay, so first script, let's try to start writing the scripts here. The first, let's try to create the main.py. Okay, so just a second. So let me just copy the main.py. All right, so here let me just close all this. Okay, so first let's start with the main.py. I'll close the trends, youtube also, and env also. And app.py. Fine. So inside the main.py, so first let's start importing the necessary modules. Yeah, first let me just write down. So import FastAPI, import fast API. API is in capital. Okay, and even let's import something called query. First, let me just type it and explain. Okay, so what this each import is doing. Query. Then let's from Google Trends. So Google Trends. From Google Trends, import get trending keywords. Get. So this we have not defined it, but we're gonna add it soon. Okay. So trending keywords. Then from YouTube trends, import get YouTube trending videos. Trending videos. And let's even import the OpenAI, and let's import OS, and even we need this from uh, dot env import load env load dot env. From fast API import fast API import, spelling is correct. Okay, this is from, not import, sorry, this is from. Okay, so here the first we are importing the fast API, which is basically help us to create an API, right? So next we have the query. So this is used to define the query parameters inside the API. So if I've already worked with the fast API, so we need to pass a query also. So of course we need to import that. Okay, so that is from fast API. We are importing the fast API and the query. So next from the Google Trends. Okay, so right now this is what the Google Trends is. This is what the module is, and inside this right now it's everything is blank. Okay, but we're gonna create a method called get trending keywords. Okay, which help us to fetch the trending keywords based on whatever the topic we are asking for. So next from the YouTube trends. So right now this is my YouTube trends, and even this also blank. Okay, so from the YouTube trends we're gonna create a module called get YouTube trending videos, and we are importing the OpenAI, which help us to interact with the OpenAI chat GPT-4 API. And next we're importing OS to interact with the variables, right, which is present in my system. And from the .env, so this basically help us to get the environment variables which is present inside my .env. Okay, so this is what the import is. Now the next step, let's try to load the open API key. So let me just write down. So load .env load.env, and here let me just type down OpenAI API key, and here I'll just get it from the environment, that is os.getEnv, and I'll just name this as OpenAI API key. So next OpenAI dot API underscore key. So here I'm gonna pass the open API key which I've just loaded. Okay, so this basically reads the .env file to retrieve the open API key which is present inside my .env. So then it stores it inside this open API variable, and finally we're going to assign this open API key to so that the open API interacts whenever it's requesting for the authentication. So it will just pass this open API key. Fine. So next, even let's try to handle the error also. Let me just write down. So if that key is not present, like how to display it. So if if not open API key, okay, but it's false, just raise an exception. Okay, so raise value error, and the error will be OpenAI API key is missing. Check your .env file. Okay, so this is what, so if the API key is missing, so we this is what it is raised. Fine. So next, once this is done, so now let's initialize the fast API. To initialize the fast API, let me just write down. So app fast API. I'm just initializing this. This basically creates an instance of fast API. So now let's define the different API points. The first API point we're going to define is @app dot get generate videos. Okay, so first we'll define called generate videos. So generate ideas, not videos, generate ideas. video ideas. Okay, so generate ideas, IDEAS ideas slash. So here let me just write down the method. So GENERAT generate. Let me just write down as a video ideas, and here we're gonna pass the topic, so from the user, so it will be of string data type. And so this is what the query parameter is. Okay, so query, let me just write down a title, title equals to topic. All right, so next, even we need to ask the audience also. I'll set this as audience, AUDIENC, audience of string data type, and it will return the string. Okay, so it is of in the query we're gonna ask the options, whether it's like beginners. Okay, so beginners, so we're gonna set this as a beginners, GIN BEGINNERS, beginners. And the title we're gonna set as target audience, title. So this title will be topic. So as soon as you I'll show when we hit this API. So the title will be topic here. Here the title will be target audience. So title here will be target audience. Target audience. So next, region of string data type. So here we're gonna pass the query, and here let's send US. You can even provide so default will be US there. Okay, and here the title, let's add it as title as region. As a region. Okay, let me just close this. Okay, so just to check, so we are just generated this route point slash generate ideas. So here the method is generate video ideas, which will take three parameters here. So in the backend, so one is the topic, audience, and the region. All right. So this is the required one. Okay, so here we have not mentioned, means that it's the required one. Okay, so here we have just set the default value. Let me just give it 3 instead of title. So it's throwing errors, just give 3. Okay. All right, so next here, so within this trending, let's okay, let's write it. So to fetch the trending videos. Okay, so I'll just create a variable called trending keywords, and this will come from get trending keywords. Okay, this we have not yet defined, but this is what the name will be. Okay, so here we're going to pass that particular topic passed inside the API. So that topic is passed. So I'll just write it, if not trending keyword, if it is not trending keywords, just print it as trending keywords. Trending keywords is equal to no trending keywords. If that so some topics, whatever you're going to mention it, there could be no trending topics for that. Okay, so under such scenarios, this is what it will be printed. So no trending keywords found for this project, for this topic, not project, for this topic. Okay, so here what is happening, so here it will just try to call this particular method called get trending videos, so that we're going to define inside the Google Trends. Right now it's empty. Okay, so we're going to define it. So we're going to pass the topic. Okay, so then if there is no trending keywords, if it is empty, okay, so if it is not we don't have any trending videos for the particular topic, just try to print it no trending keywords found this for this topic. Okay, this is a default message. So similarly, let's try to fetch the trending YouTube videos also. Okay, So let me just define. So trending trending videos. I'll just tell that get YouTube trending videos, and I'm gonna pass the and the region topic and the region. So I'll just name it. So if not if not trending videos, if not trending videos, so here just tell the title, whatever the title you're gonna get it. So and just tell here no, just print it, no trending, TREND, no trending videos found, and URL just show it as empty. That's it, as hash. Okay, so here, so it will try to call the method called get YouTube trending videos. So where we're gonna pass the topic and the region. So here that's what we're taking from the slash generate ideas, right? We're gonna pass that to get the trending YouTube videos. So if there is no trending videos, then it will try to send the default response. Okay, this is what the default response is: no trending videos found, and the URL will be empty. All right. So now the next is we're gonna write the prompt, so which help us to generate the YouTube ideas using the OpenAI. Okay, so here let me just write on prompt. I'm writing in the multi-line string. So here let me just write on the prompt now. So I'll tell generate, GENERAT, generate 5 engaging, ENGAGING, engaging video YouTube video. So this prompt is very important because this will be our hero of the project, right? So ideas, YouTube ideas on, just take the topic whatever the user has passed it. So I'll take that as an expression, topic, and close the bracket for the audience given by the user, that are currently trending. TRENDING, trending. Okay, so even I can just tell some few pointers like consider this trending. So even whenever you're trying to give the suggestion, even just try to consider the trending keywords as well as the trending videos, so that if anyone is looking to make an videos for this channel, so even they get influence from the trending keywords as well as the trending YouTube videos. So consider this trending keywords, and this keywords is basically passed by so because there'll be a multiple keywords, just try to join all those keywords. Okay, so by the comma, so I'm using dot join, and you want to join the trending keywords. Fine. So even you can add use insights, from this trending YouTube videos, and here let me write down join video title. So here we're just trying to join because you also will get the multiple videos, right? So okay, so title. for video in trending videos. Okay, so I missed something here. Open the bracket. Okay, so this is correct. All right. So here this is what the prompt is. Let me just remove the extra spaces. Fine. So consider the 5 engaging YouTube video ideas on the topic and the audience provided by the user, and even consider this trending keywords as well as the trending videos ideas from this whatever we are fetching from the SERP API. Okay. Um, then finally, let's gonna add try. So try, we are adding the try and accept block, that is response. Try response is equal to what? So we're gonna call this OpenAI dot chat completions dot chat completions dot create, and here we're gonna call the model, and the model we're gonna use it GPT-4, and the messages here. Let me just write down the role. So role will be user, and the content. So this is what you need to pass for the chat completions, and the prompt content will be prompt, which we have defined. Okay, and the ideas, let me create a variable called ideas, and these ideas will come from this response whatever I have created on the top, dot choices, because the output from the OpenAI will be present inside the choices, messages, and the content. So choices, it will be of first index dot message dot content dot content dot, even let's try to remove the extra spaces. Okay, strip dot strip. Fine. So if this is my try block, so if there is an exception, so I'll just write down, so except exception as e, and the ideas. So here I'll tell open, in case there is any error, I'll tell here OpenAI API error. Okay, and even let's try to print that error. So using this expression called str, and just capture that e. Okay, and once everything is done, so now let's try to return this, return the output. So return what? So return, you need to return the 3 things. One is the trending keywords, and this trending keywords will come from trending keywords, and you need to return the trending videos, and this will be coming from trending videos. Okay, and next we'll have the ideas, and this will come from the ideas. Let me just save this. All right, so we have just completely defined our main.py, and it's showing one of the issue. What is the error here? If not trending video, yeah, this is correct. Yeah, it's not equal, sorry. Okay, so it's a colon. It's colon. So I think I have saved. Let me do Control S. So here, what is the issue? URL, comma I have given. Even this is correct. Hash is also correct. Title. No trending videos found. URL. One extra bracket. Okay, I've given one extra bracket. Okay, now it's fine. Control S. Fine. So this is what my entire main.py. So when I hit the API, so it should trigger this, and I should see this slash generate ideas. So within the generate ideas, okay, so we have sub components. Okay, the first sub component is, so we're gonna fetch the trending keywords, then we're gonna fetch the trending videos, then we have generated a prompt which help us to generate the top popular video ideas. Okay, so based on the trending keywords and the trending videos as well. Okay, then finally we're gonna return all this trending keywords, trending videos, and the ideas as well. So this ideas is coming from the GPT from here, right? So where is that prompt? So you can see I'm gonna send the prompt here, and ideas will be created. Fine. So yes, so this is all about main.py. So now let's try to go and create the next script. All right, so now the next, let's go and do the setup for the Google Trends. Okay, so let's start. So first, let's try to import all the necessary libraries. So import request, then import OS, then from .env import load.env. Okay, so here what we're doing, so first we are trying to import the request, okay, which help us to send an HTTP GET request to the SERP API. So then we have the import OS, which is used to access the environment variables, and again to get those environment variables we need this module called load.env. Okay, so now let's try to load that SERP API. So load first load.env so that I can get that API. Here I'll just write on, so SERP API, and here I'm gonna pass the API key, that is os dot get env SERP API. SERP API key. Okay, so if there is any issue with the loading, so let me just write on, so if not SERP API key, then raise an exception, then raise value error, and let me just print it as SERP API key is missing. So check your env file. Okay, so now let's define the function. So I'll just define a function called df. So what is the function name we have defined inside the main.py? So we have defined the function name as get trending keywords, right? So let me just copy this. Okay, get trending keywords, and here the topic, by default we're gonna set it, if the user is not passing, there is artificial intelligence. Okay, so here we need to set the URI, which basically help us to connect to the SERP API. So URL, and the URL will be https://serpapi.com/search. Okay, and you need to pass the certain parameters here. So let me just copy those parameters. Okay, so these are the parameters. So what is happening here? So this function, that is a get trending keywords, basically fetches the trending search queries based on the topic given by the user. If the user is not given any topic, then it will try to send a default topic, that is a artificial intelligence. Okay, so here here we are calling the URL, that is this is the base API endpoint for the Google Trends on the SERP API. So here we are passing what query parameters. The first is the engine. Okay, so this is the Google Trends. So that this is very important because we need to specify that from where we need to get the information. Okay, this is what the Google Trends data is. So next is the Q. This is a topic parameter. So the topic for which we want to find the trending queries. Okay, next we have the H1. So this is basically representing the language. Okay, so here we mention the language called EN. So these are the parameters we need to pass whenever we are hitting the SERP API. So next we need to mention the date as well. Okay, so this is the get the date for the last 12 months. So not data, not date, sorry, data. Okay, get the last day for the 12 months, and this is the TZ. Okay, it's time zone. Okay, so next we have the data type, it's a related queries, and finally we have the API key which you need to pass it whenever we are sending a request. So now we gonna send the request. Okay, so we're gonna type it response. So response. So response, I'll type here requests dot get. We're gonna pass the URL and the params, and the params is equal to params. Okay, and we need to pass the date also. So I'll tell here date. Sorry, data. What is data? So data is coming from the response dot JSON. Okay, because this is when you hit the API, so the output from that API will be JSON. Okay, so this is what the response dot the JSON. All right. So once this is done, so now let's try to finally print the raw response here itself. Let me just write down that. So print. So print in the new line. Raw response. And the response which you need to print is the data. This is /n in the new line. Okay, so if okay, so if this is correct, okay, next is first we'll try to get that response. Okay, so all the response will be returned from the SERP API, and so once the response is done, so next is we need to check for the related queries which is present inside the response. Okay, so we need to just extract the trending keywords. So like top trending keywords. Okay, even though it will gonna send the multiple responses, but we're gonna fetch only the top trending keywords. Okay, let's try to get that. So here if related queries in data if related queries in data then try to filter only the AI related fields. Okay, so this is what the filter is. Okay, try to filter only the related queries. Okay, and finally return the keywords. And this keyword, that's where it's used by the main. Okay, here get trending keywords, and that keywords will be returned. So return keywords, and so let's try to return those everything from that main def. So I'll type here return. Okay, try to return the list. Let me just save this. All right, so once this is done, so the now next step is to set up our YouTube trends.py. So let me just try to do that. It's almost similar to this. Okay, so for the YouTube trends, so here the first step, of course, is to import all the necessary models. It's a same three models here. Let me just copy and paste it. So import request, copy, Control C and Control V. Okay, so import request, import OS, and import from .env, import the load env. And so instead of loading this SERP API, we need the YouTube API. Okay, so load env, and here we need a YouTube API. So this is what the YouTube API is. Okay, YouTube API key. So os dot get env YouTube API key. So now let's define a function. So let me just copy and paste it, and let me try to explain. Okay, it's the same function whatever we have defined it. Okay, so here we have defined a method called get YouTube trending videos. So this is the same thing. Okay, get YouTube trending videos. From Google Trends. Okay. Why it is not showing up here? Did we made any mistake? So from GOGLE underscore trends, get this, and from YouTube trends. Okay. Okay, let's make this as a package. Okay, you should be able to find it then. Okay, so underscore init underscore dot p. Okay, make sure you add this file. Okay, yeah. So now it should be able to uh, identify the scripts. Underscore init underscore dot py. Okay, we'll run it. Okay, in case if you have any issues, we can identify those things. Okay, no issues. Okay, so here we are. Where is our main.py? It's not reflecting. Okay, anyways, so here we are just define this method called get YouTube trending videos, and here we are passing what AI by default, and the region is US by default, and again we are passing the same parameters here. Okay, so just pass to that particular API. So we'll try to return the list of items, so which is popular YouTube videos. So based on that, so we're gonna just extract the title and the URL, and we're going to extract only the top 5 videos from the list. All right. So this is all about the three scripts which we have defined it. Okay. One is the main.py, Google Trends, and the YouTube Trends. Okay. Let's try to run this first, and let's see like if you're finding any errors, we'll try to solve that. Okay. Let's run this. Okay. So here I'm inside the folder in the backend. And if I do dir, I can see all the files and scripts. Okay, so to run the server, so it is uvcon main app reload host 127.0.0.1, and the port is 8000. SERP API key is missing. Okay, let's see. It is a CRP spelling wrong. Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, not able to recognize. Okay, let me just fix this. Control C. Okay, so if I just go to my main.py, so I'm just telling from google Google underscore trends trends import this Google, sorry, get YouTube trending videos. Okay, this is absolutely correct. So if I just go to my Google Trends, so here get trending keywords. I made mistake here. So from the app, in the Google Trends, we need to have get trending keywords. Yeah, this is recognized, no? Huh. So next from the YouTube, okay. So it's youtubu underscore trends. Okay, this is correct. So get YouTube trending underscore videos. Underscore videos. This is absolutely correct. No. First, let me just write down this, rewrite it from Google Trends. Okay. Import. Okay. Get, yeah, now it's reflecting. Okay. So from YouTube Trends. Why is not recognizing YouTube Trends? Okay, let me just save this now and rerun it. So even this is also correct. So YouTube 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 is correct. Why it's not showing up? So is that I made it from correct? Okay, from this import this. Okay, this also is correct. Okay, let me just check this. I'll just cancel this first. All right, so I just restarted. Okay, so there is no changes, absolutely working fine. So it's even generating the output. Okay, so just because this was not able to identify the scripts which I've added. Okay, so make sure you add this underscore underscore init dot underscore underscore dot py. Okay, which is treated as a package, right? So right now it's everything is working fine. So let me just rerun this. So unicorn, unicorn app, and let me just open this and go to slash docs because the root we have not defined. Okay, so this is my slash generate ideas. So here let me just tell some simple topic like agentic AI for the beginners, and even you can just tell US or IN, okay, for India. So let's wait. Yeah, you can see. So I'm getting the trending keywords, trending videos, as well as all the suggestions as well. Okay, so ideas. Okay, so now let's try to add a web UI for that. Then we can easily see all these results. Okay, let me just close this. Control C. Okay, already I've defined this app.py. So let me just copy the UI part. So we'll be using a Streamlit. So this is very simple. Module which help us to create a quick front end, right? So we are importing the Streamlit as st, importing a request, and I'm just hitting this URL whatever I've just showed you just now, right? So it's http colon double slash 127.00.1 colon 8000 port, so slash generate ideas. So this is my title, AI powered YouTube idea generator, and we'll have the input field, so which I'll be entering from the user, I'll be taking from the user. So was first the text input, so enter the topic. So by default it's artificial intelligence. Okay, if the user is not entering anything, so it will try to pass this artificial intelligence as a default value. So next we have a select box where we are just providing to select an audience, whether they are beginner, intermediate, or the experts. So even we are taking a text input for the region like US, India, UK. Okay, and the default is the US. We can just change that to IN. Okay, India. So next, as soon as the user click onto this submit button, okay, so it will gonna pass all these three parameters. One is the topic, audience, and the region, and I'm gonna call the dot get request where I'm passing the API URL on the top and the parameters. Okay, so and yes, so this is where I'm getting all the trending keywords, then calling that specific methods to get the trending videos, and even will be getting a AI generated video ideas as well, and that will be displayed. Okay, so this is what the file is. Okay, now let me just go and run this. So for that, to run this I need to have the server as well as Streamlit app. Let me open the one more command prompt, and I'll just tell Conda activate this environment. Let me just get into this cd into backend. All right, so if I do dir, I can see all the files and folders and even the app.py. Okay, so now let's run this server first. So I'm just starting the server. All right, it's working fine. Let me just go back and hit the Streamlit app. Streamlit, run app.py. Let me allow this. Yeah, can see I'm getting all the default values here, and instead of this one, let me just give agentic AI, and here let me just give IN India. Okay, and for the beginners, click on the generate video ideas. All right, so you can see I'm getting a first trending keywords. That is what is agentic AI, agentic AI, agentic agents, generative AI meaning. Okay, best agentic AI. These are the trending keywords which is coming from the Google Trends, and we are getting the trending YouTube videos as well. Okay, so Nvidia, what are AI agents? Building everything with AI agents. Okay, these are the video links, and I'm getting the generated video ideas. Okay, so even these things are influencing for my video ideas as well. So it's asking us to generate a understanding agentic AI topic, and this is the comprehensive guide for the beginners. You can see the description also. Okay, the basic idea for the video. So even you can see the comparison between agentic and general AI models. Then exploring the world of agents, then building the everything with agentic AI agents, and the generative AI meets agentic AI. Okay, so you can see all the descriptions. Okay, and the video ideas. We have just restricted to 5. If you want more than 5, you can just adjust that in the prompt. Okay, so yes, so this is all about AI powered YouTube idea generator. So I hope you have enjoyed it. So we'll be building more such projects. See you soon in the next project.